my echo. So, mi, so, mi. First grade echo singing. So, mi, so, mi. So, mi, so. Mi, so, mi. Mi, so, mi. Mi, so, so. Great job being my echo. Now for a challenge, I'm going to show you just the hand signs and see if you can sing the melody. So here's our first one. Looks like this. Try to sing it. Good, you should have sung mi, so, mi, so. How'd you do? Were you able to figure out and hear the pitches in your own head first? Let's try another one. Ready, sing it so. Good, it should have sounded like so, mi. Let's do one more. Are you ready? Looks like this. Ready, try it so. Good, should have sounded like so, mi. All right, I know that's a challenge because you have to think what the pitches sound like in your head and then try to sing it out loud, and then we got to check ourselves. So if you want another try at that, just rewind it back and try those few examples again. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Thanks for joining in with us today. Do you remember our Tony Chestnut song that we learned as a warm-up? Let's review it slowly and see if we can remember, and then we'll see how fast we can go. Here we go. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. Tony knows. Tony knows. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. That's what Tony knows. Very good. Remember, the way the words sound is the part of our body we point to, even though we're not specifically singing our toe, our knee, our chest, our nut, right? We're not singing it like that, but we're using those sounds to help us remember where to point on our body as we go. I'm going to try it a little faster. Here we go. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. Tony knows. Tony knows. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. That's what Tony knows. Good job. Little faster, here we go. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. Tony knows. Tony knows. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. That's what Tony knows. Even faster. Here we go. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. Tony knows. Tony knows. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. That's what Tony knows. Even faster? Okay. Here we go. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. Tony knows. Tony knows. Tony Chestnut. Hi! You got me. Okay. Try one more time. Here we go. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. Tony knows. Tony knows. Tony Chestnut knows I love you. That's what Tony knows. Okay, I think that's it. We barely made it through that one. Thanks for warming up your body and your voices with me by singing Tony Chestnut. Let's sing our Naughty Kitty Cat song, and as we do, we're going to follow along with how high and low our cats are moving. Ready, here we go. Naughty kitty cat, you are very fat. You have butter on your whiskers. And that's all we're going to be doing for our song today. So, our very first cat, we've got to figure out where it goes. And in order to do that, I have to come to this mode so we can check it out together. And we can try to figure it out. So, do we start the highest note of our song? Naughty kitty. No, we actually start on a so, and we have another note that gets to be higher than that, right? So here's our first note. Not. What about T? Naughty. What did we notice when we were looking at our other cats? That's right, we noticed they were the same. Naughty. Right, they came on the same space. Naughty. What about kit? That's the same as naughty kit. Right? Those were all the same. What about T? Naughty kitty. That's right. It goes higher to, what note comes higher than so? It's our new one. La. That's right. And la is on the line. Where so and me are on the spaces, la comes up on that line. So far we have naughty kitty cat. Where does cat go? You're right. It went back to the same note of naughty kitty cat. They were exactly the same. Good job. Now, let's sing it on our so's and la's. Ready, go. So, la, so. Very good. Now, when we were singing with our big cats at the beginning and no lines, what did you notice about this part of naughty kitty cat, you are very fat? What do you see about the shape of those melodies? They're the same. You were right. So guess what? On our musical staff, they're also going to be the same. Naughty kitty cat, you are, same note, fair, same note, re. That one has to go higher. Look, 1, 2, 3 on so, 1 on la. That means we have to have one more on so, right? You are very fat. Does that match the way it sounds? It sure does, because that one note goes higher. Let's try singing just this part. Ready, go. So, la, so. So, la, so. Okay, we have one more section we're going to try to put on the staff. You have butter on your whiskers. Can you hear where the so's and la's are? We start you on a so again. You have. Does that sound same or different? You have. It's the same. Good. So we have another so. You have but. That's right. That's the same too. You have butter. Ooh, the ter goes up, doesn't it? It goes up to la. Exactly. You have butter on. Does on stay up or does it go back down? That's correct. It went back down. Oops, I made my cat extra fat, didn't I? It went back down to so. You have butter on your. Is your the same or does it go higher? It stayed the same. Good job. You have butter on your whisk. Whisk, does that stay the same or does it go higher? It stayed the same. Good job. Another so. You have butter on your whiskers. Did skers go up or down or stay the same? Yeah, it went up to la. You're right. Let's try our bottom line. So, so, la, so, la. Yeah, very good. Okay, let's try our whole song in solfege. Ready, sing. So, la, so. So, la, so. So, la. And we're not going to worry about the last line because that has some different stuff in it where we sing naughty kitty cat. But great job helping me figure out where those laws came in our song. Isn't it crazy? Did you know that much of our song was just 2 notes, just so and la? That's wild, isn't it? Well, great job helping me figure it out today. We practiced composing. Today, I've already put the notes on the staff for you, but what we're going to do, I'm going to demonstrate for you, and then you have an assignment in Schoology that you can go and show me how to put the bar lines in the music. So remember, we have to check out our time signature first. It's what tells us we should have 2 beats in each measure. So that we have to count 2 beats, and then we take our bar line and we put it in the music. So we say 1, 2, we should have a bar line. Now, where is the next 2 beats? That's what we have to find out. Remember, toddy is 2 sounds on 1 beat. So this is 1 beat, 2 beats. We need to put a bar line. Remember, 2 sounds on 1 beat. So we have 1 beat, 2 beats, and then we add our bar line. Now we should always check the end and make sure we didn't mess up. We have 1 beat, 2 beats, right? 1, 2, and we need a bar line, but it's the end of our song. So what kind of bar line? We have to put our double bar line at the end. Remember, the double bar line is what shows us it's the end of our song. Then you should go back and check. Make sure you have 2 beats. Please remember, we are not counting the number of sounds in each measure, but the number of beats. That's what's important, because look at this measure. We have 4 sounds, toddy, toddy, but toddy is 2 sounds on 1 beat. So we have 1 beat here and 1 beat here, and that's why this makes sense as being 1 measure with 2 beats. So now you can go to Schoology, and I wrote a different melody for you to try, and you're going to add your bar lines to that example and show me that you understand our 2/4 time signature. The Remarkable Farkle McBride by John Lithgow, illustrated by C.F. Payne. Oh, pity the prodigy Farkle McBride. No matter what instrument poor Farkle tried, whether strumming or blowing, or drumming or bowing, his musical passions were unsatisfied. When Farkle McBride was a 3-year-old tyke, all freckly and bony and thin, he astonished his friends and his family alike by playing superb violin. He went reedly-deedly-deedly-dee with all of the strings at his side. Reedly-deedly-deedly-dee, the remarkable Farkle McBride. But when he was 4, Farkle played it no more, in spite of his parents' beseeching. He shattered the records he used to adore. He smashed up his rosin, ripped up every score. He threw fiddle and bow to the living room floor as he shouted, "Enough of your screeching!" When Farkle was 5, his melodical gift once again bore rhapsodical fruit. The woodwinds inspired his spirits to lift. and he rapidly mastered the flute. He went roodly toodly toodly too, with all of the winds at his side. Roodly toodly toodly too, the remarkable Farkle McBride. But at 6, Farkle flung his flute into the lake, notwithstanding its lyrical trill. He stamped on the dock till you'd think it would break. "That's it," he exclaimed, "I've had all I can take. That tootling gives me a brutal headache. It's so wimpy and whiny and shrill." When Farkle was 7, a different sound rekindled his musical flame. He became the most expert trombonist around, and the boulevards buzzed with his name. He went vroop-a-de-doop-a-de-doop-a-de-doo, with all of the brass at his side. Vroop-a-de-doop-a-de-doop-a-de-doo, the remarkable Farkle McBride. But at 8 he declared to his parents' despair, and as everyone else might have guessed, "I can't stand the trombone with its blat and its blare. That racket is more than my eardrums can bear. So return it or throw it away. I don't care. I despise it, just like all the rest." When Farkle was 9, both his father and Mum were bursting with pride and affection. For Farkle learned xylophone, cymbals, and drum, the entire percussionist section. He went boom, bash, clang-a-clash, all the clamor that he could provide. Tinkly-bing-bong, bumpity-crash, the remarkable Farkle McBride. But soon he fell prey to his usual gloom, despite all the praise and the flattery. First a sigh, then a sulk, then a frown, then a fume, then an ear-splitting tantrum that emptied the room. "I can't take it!" he bellowed, "the crash and the boom and the clang and the bang of the battery!" Poor Farkle at 10, howsoever renowned, reached the end of his musical tether. But then he discovered his favorite sound, musicians all playing together. It happened like this. The conductor caught cold on the day of a major recital. "You've got to replace him," young Farkle was told. "Your cooperation is vital." So he took the baton and he gave the downbeat, and kaboom! The foundations were shaken by glorious music, bombastic and sweet, that filled up the hall and spilled into the street. Music that brought the whole crowd to its feet from the instruments he had forsaken. They went reedly-deedly-deedly-dee, roodly-vroompity-bang. "Bravo!" all the spectators cried. "Deedly-doodly-doompity-clang!" the remarkable Farkle McBride. Since that sparkling night, Maestro Farkle McBride conducts all the instruments he ever tried. His happy heart sings to brass, drums, winds, and strings. And remarkable Farkle's at last satisfied.